So we have our first victim here, James.
It's not the first victim
be
to
okay.
be cut, but
Oh my goodness.
I'm sure it will not hurt.
Too much.
this is not. You don't need it.
That's why we're in the
It's not
cockpit, though.
necessary.
Yeah.
Blood washes away easily.
We have a deck wash pump, so.
Well, I have to get some of this equipment. So I'm learning how to cut his hair
Yes.
because really I'm cheap and I don't want him to pay any more money where I can spend it on my hair.
Yes.
the next
So
lesson.
Dina came with this idea, like, can you also learn me how to cut hair? So that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, and Kim has a good way about her. She can explain really thoroughly. So I have good high hopes of learning. I'll be the best student.
And she just
Okay.
needed someone's head to practice on.
Yeah, and
So-
I volunteer Jaimy.
let's see.
We
how-
have the scissors, the small comb, the bigger one, the small clipper, and the bigger clipper. And you can also use the big clipper instead of the smaller one.
Okay.
So if you don't have this smaller one, you can also use, because it's for the endings, right?
Yeah.
For the finishing touch. So
I think that this is the part that I really need to know how to cut it so it doesn't stick up and look horrible.
okay, so so his hair falls like
So-
a little bit in a knot.
Yeah.
So
Part,
I call
in
it
the part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you got 3 lines, midsection and the 2 sides. So 3 lines.
Yeah.
And we start with the midsection, go all the way back, and then the second one we'll explain. We'll explain by doing.
Okay.
So we start with the first cut. And this will be your guiding line.
Okay.
So if you take the next section, and therefore it needs to be wet, you can see this guideline coming through. It's not easy, but you see it here.
Yeah. And do you cut just a little bit higher than that, or the exact same?
The same. But if it's not exactly the same, then you don't notice. We're not in school, right?
No.
I think James is a really good model.
Yeah.
I think so too.
He's well behaved.
So this is the easiest way to cut hair. You can also like do special techniques, but
It's just
we'll
hair,
just keep
right?
it easy today.
Okay.
techniques.
First lesson.
First lesson. So we cut this mid lane.
And of course, your scissors are much better than my IKEA 99
Oh
cent
yeah,
scissors.
yeah. These are 300 euros or so. So yeah, a bit expensive. So now, because it's already falling to the side, we pick up this second lane, and we try to cut like it's a square.
Oh, okay.
So you take it up, and then you see where we used to be, where we stayed,
Yeah.
and then we cut it.
Okay,
So we try to be
try and come closer here.
as square as possible. That's what you learn on
SquarePants.
school.
Okay. And you keep your hands. I see it's braced really on his head.
Yeah. So I have a steady hand.
Yeah.
And it keeps the head under control.
Yeah. Especially with kids. So now we have this second lane cut, and it's always smaller than the other ones because it's only the side, right?
Oh, now you're going to the side. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the third lane.
And you're not worried about cutting your knuckles.
No.
Okay. And
It
Kim,
sometimes happens. But
Kim, you go back as far as the.
yeah. So we try to think like it's when you go all the way up, it's like a square. So it's the same for
okay.
this
Okay.
and the same for this.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So we
Makes
only
sense.
take this section
Yeah.
at first. So if we think this is the right
Look.
size, height, then we go to the side, and then the glasses may come off. So now we try to make this square the same. So we're gonna put the fingers as straight as possible, like you're making this square again, and then we cut this. And because it's shaved, you can go very short on this.
So good.
And normally you just cut like for 2 knuckles, but I just take the side, the other
just
one.
keep
with
it
me.
going into the.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we try always to keep this as a triangle or as a square.
I'll come around there a little bit. Oh, you can see how I cut it wrong the last time.
You see it's so much longer here, yeah.
James doesn't mind.
I was the only one who
I
looked
I
at
survived.
it. He
And
didn't know.
the
Not a
reason
single
you
fuck was
wet it
hitting on that day.
is that you can really see your guideline
Oh,
There's-
very
okay.
well.
We're not swearing on camera, right? So sorry.
And there's a big difference between haircuts and tattoos.
Yeah.
I'm not letting Dina
So you
give me
see
any
the end
tattoos.
of the guideline here?
No.
Yeah. Nice. I will come here and watch.
So that's an extra challenge, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad that
To cut hair on the boat.
the honking is over.
Yeah. A big honking.
No, but yesterday evening,
Yeah, it was a lot.
a lot of noise.
So okay, you just keep moving along like so.
Yeah. So normally you take like half a centimeter at the time. So what's that in inches?
I don't know.
Sorry.
No,
Centimeters is
About
good.
5 millimeters.
Like half of it?
See
in
the,
Canada they use the metric system as well. Eh?
Supposed to, yeah.
yeah, but we have to get along with those people to the south of us, so
Oh,
we
yeah.
should understand inches and feet and pounds and they don't.
So we've cut in a square, but then we have this corner here. So we want to cut this corner off. So you see it poking out.
Yeah.
So you go with the rounding of the head, and just cut this.
Oh, it's just small too.
It's really small.
I was going a little too extreme when I cut it before.
Well, it's not. I don't think it's a bad thing if you go extreme. Like Vincent has a bit of a. It's always like poking out.
Okay, let's
So
have a
I
look
like
at
really
Vincent's
remove
hair.
this sides with Vincent.
So
Turn that way, Vincent. Oh yeah. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
So with him, it's always like pointing up. So I really need to have. With him, I make it like very round. But normally when I cut somebody for the first time, I just follow the rules.
you've
Oh,
cut
this
mine.
son.
You've been cutting my hair for like the last 12 years.
Yeah. So it's clipper time. Clipper time.
Stop.
Yeah.
Time.
Stop. Clip time.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
So we have these numbers on the for the length,
Yeah.
and this is a 2. If you have a 1, I don't know what's a 1. How many
3
many
millimeters.
millimeters is it?
3.
Because it says on it.
2 is 6.
Yes.
If you're joining the army,
So this is 3, and 3 millimeters. It's size 1. The skin is coming through.
Yeah.
Size 2 is 6 millimeters.
Oh yeah, that's quite a difference.
So it's double the length, and then it's just not coming through.
So will you start with the larger size first, and then you
Yeah,
go lower?
always the largest you want.
Okay.
But I think a 2 is you can have a 2 for everything, like from the bottom till here.
Okay. So we're gonna meet
Yeah.
where you basically
Yeah.
you ended off with the cut.
Yes, because you have these. You've cut this right. This
Yeah.
lane here.
Oh yeah, to make it round.
So the fourth, like 1, 2, 3, 4th, and the 5th was the corner.
points, yeah.
Yeah. So you want to meet up where you end this 4th lane
Okay.
round
And you'll start from the
from the bottom.
all the way up to
Yeah.
here.
So you have like from the bottom, you follow the head, and just go as straight as possible up.
Okay.
So you never go with the head.
That's also what I did wrong.
Yep. And a lot
Sorry,
of people
Jamie,
do.
you didn't see it, but
So you feel it, right? When you have a lot of pressure.
yeah.
Not a lot, but you need to make contact all the way, and then you go up
And
straight as
sort of-
possible.
Okay.
So the head will eventually determine the end, because it's always going in, right? On
So
the,
you
this
won't
bit.
go into the cut. You'll just end sort of right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on different haircuts, of course, but for this,
For the Rinaldo, it's a little bit different. I understand.
yeah. Or if somebody has a what's it called? This thingy when it grows like in a
Cowlick.
Is it cowlick?
Yeah.
Cowlick.
Oh.
Een kruin.
Yeah, een kruin.
Crown. Yeah.
Okay, so sometimes you want to make it short there, and here you see the hair is growing the other way around.
Yes.
So if you do like this, nothing happens.
You have to go the other way.
So you have to go the other way. So yeah, you always go against the hair. against the hair growth.
And then around the ears.
Yeah,
Just fold it
so you
down?
fold them towards forward, and then go up again. Just really slowly. It's better to go out than to go in, because you can always go further in, right, on the head.
When you say go further in, you mean?
So you always go out of away
okay.
from the head.
Okay.
So as much as possible straight, but it's better to be more on the outside than on than on the inside. Because you can always have more, right?
And you use your scissors there to kind of guard against it a little, or?
Yeah. That's another technique if you want, because you get more like a straight cut.
Yeah.
You can fix that with your scissors, because that's the next step.
Actually, it would be easier if your hair was lighter, Jamie. We would see the difference between the clippers.
Sorry.
So because of this, he has
You've
always
been
has a
modeling so
colic,
well.
colic, colic, colic,
Cowlick.
cowlick.
Like a cow
Oh,
went
damn, what a
licking him.
strange word.
Oh, and then you move it forward. Okay. Now, if you were in the Netherlands at home, working as a hairdresser as you did, how much would you charge in the salon for a men's haircut? Like
It's really difficult. Yeah, it depends on the saloon, I guess. I've worked in like very, what do you call that? Very high-end hairdresser saloons, and they charge for 20-25 euros. But when I had my own, I charged 16 euros a haircut.
But here it's a very expensive location.
Come on,
you know,
look
it's
at this.
the view.
Look
you
at
know.
this scenery.
Yeah.
The scenery, you never
Unreal.
have it anywhere else in the world.
So you pay for the cut, but you also pay for the scenery, right?
Yeah.
This is the nicest shop I've ever been.
I mean, look at that view. Yeah, like, and it's a fresh air experience. You didn't even have to wear a mask, Jamie, from COVID.
Yeah, and one of
Haircut
the
al
best
fresco.
things is that it's almost 5 o'clock.
Almost 5 o'clock.
And what do you mean by that, Vincent?
Well, at 5 o'clock it's beer time,
You can celebrate after with your new
or
hairstyle.
it's beer time, or it's rum punch time.
So here you see it's like
Maybe when
growing
the haircut is
to
finished.
backwards, so you always go
Yeah.
against the hair.
Okay. Yeah, you're such a good teacher.
You're not taking any risk here.
And you see he has long eyebrows.
Yeah, we cut them too.
We'll use number 1 or number 3?
No, we use this one.
Oh, number 3.
Cal-
number
the
2.
calm. Calm?
Calm.
Calm.
Oh, yeah, you're shaping it nicely.
Yeah. So if you go downwards, you feel like the head is round, and then it goes straight again, and then you can go against it with the clipper.
That's really clear.
That's, for some people, it's nice to do,
And as
just to have a little bit of a guideline.
yeah.
But now we have this edge, right? So you see this very strong edge.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna fix that.
It's kind of like from
Yeah.
the turf to the grass.
Yeah.
Transitioning into.
So what I like to do is to do this line 4 again, just to be sure if I have everything.
Okay.
Because then you see this point sticking out,
Yeah. And you can clean it up again.
and then you can already, because normally a lot of people do this, right? They do,
Yeah.
and they just smoothen. That's the word I was searching for. They just smoothen
The edge out.
the edge out. But what it's easier, I think, for you is to put this line 4 again, and then cut this tiny bit off.
Well, he has really thick hair too, so maybe it needs a bit more aggressive approach.
No, it's just
have a
you see the
garden
thickness
scissor
of your
or-
finger, and then you see what's sticking out.
Yeah.
So you already remove a bit of this line.
Do it? Oh, yeah,
See?
yeah.
Yeah.
Shears or
Here is less.
I knew there was another word for it.
So, and for all the people
Loppers.
at home who are on other sailboats, who are like, oh, I want to cut my husband's hair or my kid's hair, we can look for some scissors that are nicer than the IKEA scissors, which I was using, but not as fancy as yours. What do we think?
No,
What
I
kind
think this is hard to get. But I think in these Chinese shops you can manage to find anything,
Yeah,
right?
it's not like that you're cutting
They sell
every day,
everything.
right?
of,
If you have professional scissors, then you're cutting every day.
you have to get them sharpened and so forth.
I think when the scissors are not that very sharp,
It's the same
you
material,
just take
it's
like
thin.
smaller steps
Oh, yeah.
because it needs to be very sharp. I can just like
Same material as well.
go
It's
through
fingernails.
very thick hair, I
Oh,
guess,
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah,
this
yeah.
scissor because it's very
Yeah.
very sharp. But if it's not that sharp, maybe it's best to get in tinier spaces, like so not like half a centimeter or a centimeter, but smaller.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And like you were
You can
saying
try
at
it sometimes.
the beginning, you're a left-handed,
Yeah, I'm a lefty,
hairdresser.
so
so you need the left-handed scissors.
yes. And a left-handed scissors, if you use it, it doesn't work.
No, it's just like a guitar.
Yeah.
Tuned to
Oh,
the
I don't know
left
nothing
hand.
about guitars. Okay,
That's
so
the
now
next video.
That's the
that's
next video.
the next video.
Kim
is-
learns guitar
Yeah.
from a righty, a right-handed guitarist.
So we also have this front bit because we didn't cut it.
Yeah.
So you come it up, but you also have to put it down,
Yeah. Okay. Let me come on.
and then we'll just take off a bit.
Sort of like bangs or so, we call it. In Britain, I think they call it the fringe.
The fringe or the pony? The pony. We have a pony. When girls have like hair like this, and it's still here, we call it a pony.
Oh yeah, because they do have that front. Oh,
And you just got it a
falling
bit,
on my camera work.
a bit round,
Okay. So not too jagged at the edge.
not too. No.
Oh, I see some silver in your hair there, Jaimy. Is
Yeah.
that because you have teenage daughters
Yeah,
on your
yeah.
sailboat?
I've earned it.
So now you see, like this edge is cleaner, but it's not like the cleanest. But I think for people who don't have the skill, because this is very hard, right? You need to,
Yeah, when you go up.
yeah,
with
because
the
it's like a
scissors.
technique. You only can use your thumb.
Oh, hang on. We'll get the nice video. There we go. Okay, you can only use your thumb on that.
Yes,
Oh.
and then you need to see what you're actually doing, right?
Yeah.
I don't see shit because of the sound.
What?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
sorry about
Rewind.
your ear.
Rewind.
But we have another solution. If you're like a cruiser cutter and you don't have a lot of experience, then I think the best tool to buy is this one.
Oh, it's serrated, like a serrated scissors.
Yeah.
It's not an angle grinder back there, is it?
You use this one. No, you use this one to thin it out
Oh.
when you're like very thick hair.
Yeah.
But if you use it the same, but then only with this one, you can't go wrong.
Oh, okay. So it only cuts a little.
Yeah, so you just
Portion.
go easy.
Yeah.
You see, and then it smoothen
Yeah.
itself out.
Oh my gosh, so good.
So normally you don't do this. You can do this on the end, right?
Yeah.
When you're finished as a normal hairdresser, you just do the normal stuff with the normal scissors,
Yeah.
and then you go with this one a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you're not experienced, then if you use this one, yeah, not a lot can go wrong.
Famous last words.
Okay, especially maybe when there's like very thin hair, then you can maybe see it. But with a bit of thicker hair, no.
Do you find it quite satisfying to see the change in when you cut the hair, Kim?
Yeah,
Like, yeah, this is.
yeah. Personally, I really like to do like this complete makeovers. Like when there's a woman and she has like really long hair and it's like really thick and you make like a very cute new haircut. I really like that. Like complete metamorphosis. Metamorphosis?
Metamorphosis.
Oh, you really? It's actually a word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. It's from Franz Kafka. I
Okay.
think.
I just
He wrote the book Metamorphosis.
So what else are we gonna do for my complete makeover?
Man, it's a big job, Jaimy. But Kim is up to it. Whoa.
I think this documentary stuff's making me really thirsty.
You've hardly even been talking, Vincent.
No.
Yeah.
He's directing.
So with
Yeah.
this hair, it's pretty thick, right? So what you can do, because we cut it like straight,
Yeah.
you can just put again with this
Oh,
same
yeah.
scissors.
Thin it. They're like a thinning scissor or something.
Yeah. And then it falls just a little bit better.
Can't wait to buy some. Try it on you again, Jaimy.
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
I think the most difficult part is the hard line between the cutting bit and the
Yeah.
clipper bit.
Yeah.
I think that is the most hardest. So this is the official way. And if you want to be unofficial, or you say, well, not for me, then just cut this line, round and round.
Yeah.
So straight, and not this one straight, because you get this corner, right?
Yeah.
And if you already cut the corner, you lose a bit of the line already.
Okay. Well, you can watch people's hair getting cut, and you can have your hair cut and watch them in the mirror, but until an expert explains it to you, you really will screw it up.
No, I don't think so. I think a lot of people can do it. You know, of course you have all these techniques and all these special thingies, and a lot is to do with, like, because everybody's different, right? But if you just cut your own family, you always do the same, so you can improve and improve and improve.
Oh, yeah.
So I
You can
use
see
a
the
small
reflection from the waves on your face.
So can I.
Yeah, it's a bit sunny, but...
As you can see, all the students are paying attention.
Oh, yes, yes.
Especially this one.
Oh man, this dog.
You're next, you know that.
It almost looks like he's trying to put our sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Our sunglasses are right there.
Okay, so the next thing you ask is like, how do you want your
Sideburns.
sideburns? Sideburns?
Yeah, what is it in Dutch?
Okay.
Bakkenbaard.
Bakkenbaard.
Again.
Bakkenbaard. And in two it's multiple. It's bakkenbaarden. Yeah. So with Jaimy,
Is that goat?
it's really strange.
Bakkenbaard.
So like with Jaimy, it already stops a bit here, and then
Yeah.
it's just almost nothing, and then the beard is coming. So I think it's best to just cut it a bit lean.
And you
Bit
have
neat.
the smaller comb now.
Yeah, because
Okay.
these teeth of the clipper,
Yeah.
teeth are smaller to each other.
Yeah.
So you can make cleaner cuts.
And you have no guard on that one.
No, this is
Oh,
just
and you
completely out of hand.
Okay.
But if you want, you can do this.
Against the comb. Okay. Oh, and you do it on the side. Okay.
So it's also this is, I think, also a difficult bit. I just try to straighten the skin by get the oar a bit to the side, but
Yeah.
then here it's in the way, so we need to put it forward.
Yeah.
Comb it straight.
Now that takes practice.
Yeah.
Steady hands.
And you can cut
But
your...
you see, I lean with my middle finger on the ear to get this.
Yeah. So you can just do it with one hand, hey?
Yeah. But this is just practice. This is always the thing you see when somebody cuts it itself.
That's, you can see the mistake, eh?
Then you see they don't finish with this. Because this is a bit difficult, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here is the same, like you comb it to the sides and you make it as wide as possible. So you don't go into the neck,
Yeah.
but you make it as square and
Square.
wide as possible.
Okay.
Because you can always make it less.
And you're just going along like tick, tick, tick,
Yeah.
making your edge.
Yeah.
Like a gardener.
Yeah. And then on the bit where there's hair everywhere, right? Where there's a bit like there's no hair, then you go a little more in. So here you see it's a bit like it stops here and it ends here. So you cut this bit off.
Two. Okay, go ahead, Kim. So here we have to
So we didn't do the rounding yet on the ear, but you see it stops like here for a bit,
Yeah.
and then here it stops.
Yeah.
So we just imagine this line,
Okay.
and then we cut everything under the line
Yeah.
off. And we do the same with the neck. Like there's a pointer here.
Yeah.
Some people want to have it round, so normally you ask like if you want to have it round, but with males, almost 99.9% is always like square. Because a round neck is more female thing,
Yeah.
and the square is a more male thing. So just cut the bit off, the pointy, and just follow the line. Because it's always a bit like a point, and then there's almost nothing on hair, and then there comes more hair, right?
Yeah.
So it's point, almost nothing, and then there's hair again. So here you have these. If you go like longer with the longer clipper like a 3 or a 4,
Yeah.
then I think it's nice to smoothen this out to even less.
Yeah.
So you go from long to less, to
Transition.
almost nothing. Yeah.
So now you go with number 1 maybe, because we had 2 up here.
Can, but I think it's nice to have a little bit of a nice line, and otherwise it may be too thin. So what you also can do is just go against the hairs again, and with the small one, because there's always like hair growing the other way around here, right? And they're always like longer. So you can smoothen it a bit out with these smaller clips. But that thing, the eyebrows, it's a bit of
Oh, those caterpillars.
it's a bit difficult. You use a thicker comb and then push against the hair, so they grow always to the outside, right?
Yeah.
So you go in and then go a bit back, in a bit back. You see it, and then they're sticking out. So in and a bit
pull
back,
them back a bit.
and then you see them. The boat is moving a bit. You see?
Yeah, I'm moving too.
Okay, roll the anchorage. And then you see what's sticking out. So it's also always nice, I guess, for eyebrows to just cut them irregularly, like not all the same. Because some people do it like this and then go with the clipper, and then you really see like it's really cut, you know, like it's not like
Natural looking.
Oh shit! I forgot I have makeup on.
No, it's good.
Okay.
It's good. No problem.
I don't have it a lot lately.
Okay, so you're just doing a little bit there.
Yeah, just
Not all at once.
not all at once, not all the same length, just the really thick ones, because it's always the thick ones, right? They're growing very, very long. Only when you're getting older.
Yeah.
After the age of 40.
Yeah. You hear that, Vincent? No, he already has it for a couple of years.
We won't talk about noses and ears.
And the hair
So
grows
here there's
back
less
here
than
and
on the
nose
other
as well,
side. That's better. No, it falls very good on
Ah,
its
but
own.
it's not the real Dutch if I don't have some gel.
Yeah.
Or a little bit of blue dye in the back. If you sit still like a good boy.
I used to have these color gels for kids. You know? You remember?
Yeah, I remember,
It was
yeah.
really cool.
Green and blue.
Yeah. So everybody
If you were a good boy, you could.
yeah.
I thought that was such a good idea.
If
Yeah.
you're a good boy, you get a sticker.
If you behave good, then you get a color in your hair.
Okay, we have some hair where it should be.
Oh, that's all from the dog. That's not from me.
And there's the new look. Ah, look at that.
Yeah.
The beautiful hairdresser in behind.
So it's a small video about cutting hair, and try to do it on your own. And if you have some questions, just ask. So
Ask the professional.
no.
Don't ask us.
Don't ask. Okay, maybe you can ask.
So
me.
now I expect you to make a video of cutting Jamie's hair the next time.
Okay.
So in about 4 to 6 weeks, we'll get a video of Dina cutting Jamie's hair.
I hope to do you
Well,
proud.
even if you don't, Kim, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Honey.
Oh, he really likes to hover, hè? Allee.
Kom aan, hè. Kom hier.
Kom, wijs je toe.
Kom eens hier.
You kill my Dyson.
Ah, je moet het hier.